Today we're going to be going through 7 amazing Shopify apps that all beginners need. Hi, I'm Abby. I'm one of the senior e-commerce account managers here at AdPeople. We're a digital marketing agency who's been helping small to medium-sized businesses grow their own businesses for over 20 years now. And today I'm going to be taking you through the most important Shopify apps that we recommend to our clients. Tiny IMG, site speed, visibility, ease of use. We've all been there. You go onto a website and it's taking forever to load and you just start clicking about and then eventually you just end up exiting out of the page or going back and then clicking on a different link. That is exactly how customers will act when they get onto your website if the content isn't actually loading on your page. So it's really important in order to keep users on your web page and to keep them engaged for your website to load quickly. Tiny IMG has a bunch of different features that help to improve your site speed. So as the name suggests, it works a lot with your images on your website. So it compresses images that are too large, which again just means that they'll load quicker and won't reduce your site speed scores. Another thing that Tiny AMG has is what's referred to as like a lazy loading option. This basically means that content on your website, so say I land on your homepage, the rest of your website content or content further down the screen doesn't necessarily have to be loaded straight away because I'm not on that bit of the page yet, I'm not looking at it. And so lazy loading just means that none of that content, especially images, will be loaded until I've scrolled to that point. And it just means that that initial loading speed is a lot quicker and people can start to look at the information and the content that is provided to them on screen. In terms of visibility, a really good thing that Tiny IMG helps with is just generating metadata and also alt text for your images. So if your image on the website doesn't have any metadata associated with it or doesn't have any alt text, Google can't actually read that image or read what that image is. And so it means that you may not rank as highly in certain positions as you potentially could do. Being able to use those features and add that content in quite easily via Tiny AMG is just really good. And it means that you'll see improvements in your SEO. Their customer support team is also quite good. They get a lot of high praise for just responding really quickly and for knowing a lot of fixes for any issues that people do have relating to the app as well. With a 5-star average rating, Tiny IMG have a free plan which offers 50 free images a month. You've got SEO image optimizations, instant site speed improvements, and then the paid plans start from $2.49 up to $19.99 a month. Cartly, conversions and ease of use. Ease of use is really important when it comes to your website. Basically, if your website is difficult to use, people are going to get frustrated with it and they are less likely to spend money with you. Again, similar to sort of site speed, if you're on a website and you don't know how to find a product, how to add a product to cart, or even how to input your shipping information, or even if it's just difficult for you to see sort of certain product information, your chances of converting from that customer go down massively. Cartly helps improve your website's ease of use by essentially adding a add to cart or checkout banner to the bottom of your product pages. It just means that it's really clear and easy to see for customers who are using your website exactly where they need to go in order to complete that purchase, and just helps to remove another barrier from spending money on your website. Another great thing about Cartly is that it also adds the buy now button onto your product pages. So again, a user can just click the buy now button, they're taken straight to the checkout and they can then make that purchase. This just means that there's less steps in the overall journey for a user from when they see the product to when they complete the purchase. And having less steps in your conversion journey improves the chances of you converting that customer overall. Cartly has a 4.8 star average rating. So with Cartly, you do get the first 100 orders free. After that, it's $9.99 plus 5 cents on every transaction that does use the custom cart. Judge me, trust. As a small e-commerce business, or if you're just starting out and selling online, trust is a really important factor. If people don't trust you, they're not going to purchase from your website. And so adding different things into as trust factors, so for Judge Me in this example, it'll be reviews. They can see that other people have purchased from your website previously. They can see that there is a trust element there. They can see that, it's essentially like social proofing. Other people that are like them have purchased off your website, and so they are more likely to do so as well. So Judge Me allows you to request unlimited reviews for free. You can request these via an automated email that you can set up in Judge Me's app. It's fully customizable and it allows for photo and video reviews of your products. Obviously, the more reviews that you get on products and the more that you can build these up over time, the better overall your website is going to look and the more users are going to trust your website and your business. For a more in-depth review on Judge Me, one of my colleagues did actually do a really in-depth full review that you can watch over there. Oh, but I did it on the other side now. So Judge Me has a 5-star average rating. It comes free with branding and you can pay $15 per month to get it without branding, and you also get access to a few other features with the paid for version as well. Consent mode, compliance. If you're currently targeting customers who are based anywhere in Europe or the European Economic Area, you do need to stay up to date with compliance, because if you're not following GDPR legislation, then you are in fact breaking the law. This also accounts for any businesses that are based in the US but might be targeting anywhere in Europe. So it's really important that you do stay on top of it. For the US as well, if you're targeting California, you do need to keep up to date with privacy compliance. We are expecting over the next few years, as cookies sort of get phased out, that privacy measures will branch out to sort of the rest of the world. So it's just a really good idea to be on board with it now, so that you're not having to make massive changes at a later date. We really like Consentmo basically because it's a pretty simple app. It's really efficient and you can really customize it, which is great, because it means that you can just make the app really look like your own web page and it doesn't sort of stick out and not look very nice, essentially. It's a really quick setup and it has a host of GDPR compliance features as well, which is great. Consentmo has a 4.9 star average rating and you can get up to 10,000 impressions a month free, and then after that it's $8 per month. OmniSend, conversions, trust. So OmniSend is an email marketing platform. It's actually the email marketing platform of choice for us as people. We use it because it is built for e-commerce businesses and it's really easy to use. It's really customizable and we've seen some fantastic results from it in helping our clients' conversion rates go from like here to here. Ultimately, OmniSend helps improve your conversion rate because it adds like a bit of a bridge between people who may be teetering on the edge of completing a purchase on your website and they're not quite ready to commit. OmniSend kind of comes in and helps push them over the line. So the way that it does this is in a couple of different ways. So there's various automations that you can set up within OmniSend, and the one that we see the most success with is the abandoned cart automation, which will essentially, someone who's added a product to basket and hasn't completed their purchase, OmniSend will follow up with them, an hour or a couple of hours later and sort of say, hey, you've left this in your cart. Are you still wanting to purchase? Come back and purchase it, basically. And we see a fantastic conversion rate off that and really helps to boost our client sales. The reason that we use OmniSend over other email marketing platforms is because OmniSend has a really good named server. Essentially, all that means is that you're less likely to be picked up by spam detectors and you're going to go into someone's main inbox as opposed to their spam inbox, so it's more likely to be read. So OmniSend has a 4.8 average star rating. You get 500 emails a month free, and then the price does increase as the number of emails that you want to send or the number of customers that you want to reach increases. Sales channels, conversion, visibility. This is a bit of a broader app recommendation, but depending on which platform you are marketing on and whether you're doing sort of push marketing via your social channels or pull marketing via your Google channels, you can essentially download a sales channel which will allow for better integration when it comes to your platform's analytics integration. So for example, for Google, if you download the Google Shopping sales channel, it just means that it's really easy for you to set up Google Merchant Center, Google Analytics 4, etc. And it's just a really nice, tidy way of making sure that you're visible on all of these platforms and that you're set up correctly to read back that data as well. When it comes to visibility, ultimately the sales channel is helpful because it actually gets you onto those platforms. So without setting this up in the first place, you're not actually going to be on Google Shopping, on Etsy or on Pinterest in the first place. And if people aren't going to see your ads right at the top of the screen or in those first few pages when they're browsing, they are less likely to to come onto your website and less likely to convert then overall. These apps are generally free to install, and the star rating doesn't matter as much. What's important is that you download the app that's right for you and just take it seriously as a marketing channel. Buy now, pay later providers, conversions. So there's quite a few different buy now, pay later providers out there. You've probably seen a few, you've maybe even used a few. You've got some of the big names like Klarna and ClearPay. You've got Lay-Buy, and even PayPal offer a pay-in-3 solution. Ultimately, we all want to get more conversions on our websites because all conversions leads to more revenue, leads to more profit, and able to grow your business further. And the benefit of having buy now, pay later schemes available on your website gives customers or potential customers the flexibility in order to afford or budget for the products that you have on your website. The more payment providers and the more payment options that you can give to potential customers, the more likely, again, that they are going to be able to buy from you as well. Each of these apps will have a different star rating, and ultimately Klarna, ClearPay, PayPal, they'll all have a different percentage of how much they take based on each payment. So we would just recommend reviewing each one, seeing which works best for you and which is a right fit for your customer base. So these are the apps that we would recommend to all of our customers who are just starting out. But ultimately, as long as you're meeting the various aspects that we've discussed today, so getting your site speed right, having those trust factors, making sure that your visibility is really good, then it doesn't really matter which apps that you're using because those aspects are just all things that successful websites have. So if you're ticking all those checkboxes, then you'll probably have a pretty good website. So we've recently managed to hit over 10,000 views on our channel, and we've also got around 300 subscribers on the channel as well. So we'd just really like to say thank you to everyone for all your support. Again, we're here to help you on your e-commerce journey. And so like, subscribe, leave a comment below if there's any content that you'd like to hear from us as well, and potentially look forward to working with you in the future.